This mindset here, it reminds me of this scene from Braveheart. You remember that movie? William Wallace. If you've seen Braveheart, you know there's this scene where the army's all lined up and they're ready to fight, and the military soldiers, they're talking about these rumors about this Braveheart character, and then William Wallace actually shows up, and one of the soldiers is like, "You're not William Wallace. William Wallace is 7 feet tall." And then of course, Mel Gibson speaks and he says, "Yeah, I've heard about that. And if he were here, he would consume the English with lightning bolts from his eyes and fireballs from his backside." Only he didn't use that word, but that's probably not appropriate here in these hallowed halls of Millington Baptist Church. But you get the idea here. This is what a lot of people think like. This is a mistake we often make. We tend to emphasize the externals. But I want you to notice here, God's choice is often not the world's choice. Why? The people look at the outward appearances, but God looks at the heart. If you could go back to the slide before this one for a moment, let's just take a look at that verse real quick again. Notice that word heart. The heart in the Bible, that's the seat of everything. That's the seat of the emotions, the will, the conscience. The heart is the place in my life from which everything else flows out of it. The heart is the center of someone's being. And twice in the Bible, God says about David, "This is a man after my own heart." That's what this series is all about. And one of the purposes of 1 and 2 Samuel originally to the people of God way back then, but also relevant to us today, is to show the people of God what genuine leadership actually looks like. And right away, we're challenged by this to make sure that we are evaluating our leaders from God's perspective, not our perspective. That applies to leadership even in the church. So here's the key principle here. When choosing his servants, the Lord gives priority to inner character, not outward appearances. When choosing his servants, the Lord gives priority to inner character, not outward appearance. We tend to be more superficial, but God desires a pure heart and rewards inner character. So can we just pause and drop anchor for a second here, church? How are we doing with this one? How are we doing with being a man after God's own heart, being a woman after God's own heart? This is such a countercultural message for us right now in our culture. You know what our world is telling us? Follow your own heart. Be patterned after your own heart. But yet God says, no, I want you to be a man or a woman after my heart. That's my will for my people. Us.